Hello, this is Neil Walters with neilsvideos.com. On YouTube yesterday, I did a video about a website called Steemit.com. And in this video, I want to address specifically how Steemit is similar to another website or an online business, I guess you'd call it, called Empowr. And there are many similarities, but I think Empowr could actually learn a lot of things by the way Steemit is doing their system. So what I'm going to do here is show some of the differences and compare and contrast the two systems. And this is mainly intended for people who are already in Empowr because they would understand the comparison. Anybody else, of course, is welcome to watch. So you can go to Steemit.com. This is an example, and anyone can sign up. And so actually there are a few famous people that are either on there now or in the process of joining. So here's an example of Grant Cardone. He's a sales trainer and internet celebrity, if you want to call it that. He has books and courses and stuff for sales and real estate and all kinds of business stuff. So he just got on a few weeks ago. And now notice here, every time he posts, look what this little dollar field is here. This is how much money his post made. And so you can see that there's a $300, $425, $862, and $10.99. Now, the average post, of course, I think is a lot less than that because when Grant came on, he's already famous, and you and I may not be as famous, right? So we're not going to make that kind of money unless we write a very good, high-quality post and we get the right eyes to watch it. So just like any other social network, you have to build up your following on here, and what that's typically done, a lot like Empowr, is you log on every day and spend as much time as you can, even an hour or two if you can. You follow other people and they follow you. And then some people start to naturally gravitate toward you based on the type of content that you upload. And then those people will upvote you, and then you'll make more money. I heard of one lady who actually has over $1 million of steam after 3 months. Let me see if I can find her. Okay, here's the post I was referring to. A lady named Trafalgar. It's 3 months later, 1,000 followers, and 1 million later. Now, she didn't say dollars. She meant steam, I think. Steam is the currency they pay in. We'll get to that in just a minute. So I actually did a little math, and I figured out she's probably posting 19 articles a day or 19 posts. And, you know, I'm sure she started off with lower money, but then as she built her audience over time, she probably is making more money now. And so, for example, this post itself, let's scroll down. This post got $4,359 with 1,718 votes. Now, what's also interesting, if you scroll down, the people that reply can actually make money. So this guy in his simple reply got $18. She replied back to him, and she got another $1.80 just for answering his reply. This guy got $3.01 for his reply. So you can see if you make logical comments that are appropriate to the post, then you will make more money. I see in Empowr, a lot of people are just putting stupid comments on your post like, have a good day, and it makes no sense to the economy of the system. Now, what's cool about this, I guess in a way it's not very private. I can actually click on her here, and I could follow her, but I could also go to her profile page, and then I can see every post she's ever done. So see, I can see she's making $1,400, $1,600, $2,000. Every post of hers is a couple $1,000s now. So she can kick back now and write like one post a day and make over $1,000. And I think that's pretty cool. Now you have to be a good writer to do that. I'm assuming these are all high quality articles, right? And she's probably not just copying something from the internet and not just copying recipes or something like that, right? Now, what's cool, even cooler, watch this. I'm going to click her wallet over here, and I can see that she's got, right here, 530,000 steam. Oh, I'm reading that wrong. There's a decimal place. Yeah, 530,000 steam. And here's her $1 million estimated account value. So what they have is they actually have two currencies here. They have Steem Power and Steem Dollars. And it would take me forever to explain this in detail, but basically your Steem Power, I think, is one of these you can cash out over time. They call it a power down. And so they move it from, you know, one account to another basically. And then once you have it in the account, kind of like it's vested, then you can go transfer it to another site and convert it to Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then you can convert like Bitcoin to dollars and put it in your bank account. So it's like a 2 or 3 step process. You can also buy in and get more Steem, and the more Steem you have, when you vote on someone else's post, the more power it gives it. So like back to those of you that know Empowr, we have something called power levels. I'm at one of the top levels in Empowr, which is right now the blue sky star, or blue, what's it called? Sky blue star. And I don't know if my posts count more than anybody else's or not. I think at one time they said they did, but it's hard to actually tell. But this whole thing is written to what's called a blockchain, and it's all auditable. And you can actually write programs that go out and read and audit the blockchain because it's all rather public information, okay, which is kind of cool. You can see here she's made 2,695 posts. She has 3,510 followers, and she's only following 48 other people. You can see the comments and the replies and the rewards and all this kind of stuff. I'm just going to jump to my page real quick and show you me. Not near as good, of course. I've only been on this system now for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and I think I've done 2 or 3 posts. You can also re-Steem post. So my first post was my self-introduction, and I think I did a good job of that. I got $25. And I think the first post you may get more. I think they actually have some robots going out there to reward the first-time posters in the category of introduce yourself. I wrote an article about my homeless friend Sharon, and you see that one only got 13 cents. These two I re-Steemed. I just basically, that's like sharing on Empowr. And then I wrote this one, 2 ways to add pictures to your Steem post. And I actually created a couple YouTube videos to demonstrate that. And see, that one got $2.56. The way you do a post is you just come up here and say submit a story. You give a title, you type in your blog or your post, and then you put some tags here. And then inside of your post, you can include pictures and you can include YouTube videos and things like that. But it's not a picture sharing site really, and I don't think that's what they want it to be. So that's probably a big difference between Empowr and Steemit, is that Steemit is more like for blogging, and Empowr has blogging too, but a lot of people on Empowr just they just post pictures, which is mostly what I do. And some people just say, hello, I had a good day, and a bunch of boring stuff. And I don't think those kind of posts would make anything on Steem. So if you've never seen Empowr, this is my page on Empowr. And so it's very similar. You have your picture at the top, and then these are the different posts I made, and then there's the replies under them. So Empowr could actually create their own front end for Steem as well. They could use the Steem blockchain as the basis, and then they could have a GUI front end on top of it, which might be a cool idea. But you can see under here, lots of times people will just say, nice post, or thank you for posting. And the comments seem to be the same over and over and over and over again. So you can tell a lot of people aren't putting thoughts into their comments. Now, Empowr has a marketplace where you can buy and sell stuff. And they actually have a money system as well. So like over here at the top of my screen, well, they call this daily earnings. So I have $775,000 in my balance, but that's like a currency. It's like a currency. It's almost like a cryptocurrency, but it's not really. I can't cash it out because they have various limitations on that. And there's another place you can see how much your power up level is. That's really more like what you really have to spend. And they actually have, like I have like, I think $8,000 or $10,000 I can spend in the marketplace. Let me just show you that though. That's worth seeing. Oops, I'm not sure where the video stopped there. I was coming over here to show you about the money in Empowr. And this balance here is basically irrelevant. But down here, you can see my power up and my shopping amount. And you can see I have actually right now earned $9,803 that I can spend in the marketplace. And the question is there anything in the marketplace that I really want to buy? So a lot of people sell knickknacks like this from China, and maybe this is $3 or $4. It's no big deal. Sometimes I order them, sometimes I sell them. It works both ways. But sometimes I get things like this. This is a silver eagle coin, which has a value of maybe $35 to $50 on the marketplace. And using Empowr currency, I may have to pay $150 to get this. So you can see that their dollars aren't worth the same as American dollars. So in other words, they have their own kind of like cryptocurrency that has its own price, and it's less than the American dollar right now, the US dollar. So this is the marketplace. This is just, I typed in jewelry just to show you an example of what people are selling. And it turns out that Steemit actually has sort of a marketplace too, and it's called peerhub.com. And I believe it runs on the same blockchain. It's not as popular. Like a lot of people use Steem. I don't even think a lot of them know that this marketplace exists. So there's actually very little pressure to use it, and most people would really rather cash out their dollars, I think, rather than spend them. But you can see here the jewelry may be similar or different to what the people have on Empowr. Okay. So let me see if I can summarize. Steemit, it's backed by two cryptocurrencies, Steempower and Steem dollars, and these are generated by a sophisticated system of content and upvotes. So you post content, and when people upvote you, you earn money. So every day, it's like a certain amount of Steem is actually generated, and Steem can actually be destroyed because later I'll mention you can upvote, you can sort of like advertise, you can boost your post, and that your money goes to an account called null, which means it exits the system and it doesn't go anywhere. So it's actually basically destroyed. So that keeps the currency from being overinflated, I think. Okay, posts and replies can earn Steempower and Steem dollars. We talked about that before. It's free to join, actually, which is very cool. There are no power levels, and you don't need a credit card or PayPal. And you don't even have to have Steem to join. You can actually join and start posting right away. They do require, I think, a phone check, so they will validate your phone number because they don't want people creating duplicate accounts. The average earning of the top 100 posts is $1,881. That's according to a post I found in Steemit, so I assume they did their work diligently, and I assume that's correct. And the posts are actually public, and they're indexed by Google. When you post something on Empowr, it's a hidden system, and only people who are logged on to the system can see it. So Google is never going to index your post, and you might like that, you might not. Like a lot of people, I think, are putting other people's pictures on Empowr. They may not have the authority or copyright for those, and the company won't get in trouble that way if Google can't see it. But I know a lot of people do that on Twitter and Facebook as well. So it's not that it makes it right, but it's just like everybody's doing it. So that's a whole nother video we could do on that. Steem can be converted or converted and withdrawn, and they actually call this a power down. And it used to be over 1 or 2 years, and I think now they've lowered it to 13 weeks. So for instance, if you have $1,000 of Steem, you could withdraw, you divide 1,000 by 13, whatever that comes out to, and you could withdraw like $130 or 97, whatever it is, $88 a week, whatever the magic number comes out to. And then it's withdrawn to another wallet, basically. So your Steem comes into a special wallet, and from that wallet, you can go trade it on the various Bitcoin exchanges into Bitcoins or Ethereum, and then you can transfer it to your own country's currency using something like Coinbase, CoinMama, CoinDesk, or one of those standard cryptocurrency sites. You can actually invest in Steem if you want more voting power, or you want to promote your own post or anybody else's post. And then I mentioned before, there is a marketplace if you want to spend your Steem dollars on products, and that's called peerhub.com. So you can see there's a lot of similarities between Steemit and Empowr. But I think if Empowr would grasp the vision of this, they could actually create their own crypto coin or their own cryptocurrency. And they could, for all those of us that are in Empowr, they could take these numbers that we have here and convert it into a real coin. And so let me show you one more thing. If we go over here, there's a website called World Coin Index, and we can actually type in Steem here, and you can see it's tradable. And actually, it went up today a whole lot for some reason. It's been going down this week, and then all of a sudden it came back up. But if you go back to like the all-time, when it first came out, there must have been like a bubble, a buying surge, and then it dropped down. And this is, I think Steem has been around longer than this. So this is since WorldCoin, I guess, has been tracking it. And this is what, I guess this is January 2017. And then it's there's April, like May, June, July, and then it came down a little bit this week. Except for today, like I said, I think it surged back up. Well, It didn't surge back more than what it was, but it did start coming back up. So that's a summary of what I've been thinking in my head. Both systems have their merits and advantages and disadvantages. You know, not everybody's a writer. So if you can't write good quality posts, you probably don't want to be on Steemit. So for people who are bloggers and writers and can actually put out very good high quality content that other people really would appreciate and read, then Steemit might be something you're interested in. If you just want to post pictures and log on and chat with people every day, then maybe Empowr is more the place for you. Or you can be on both like I am. So I hope this video has added some clarity and expanded your mind as to what's possible on the internet and kind of introduced you to the world of cryptocurrencies. I'll see you in the next video. This is Neil Walters with neilsvideos.com.